Hello.
Welcome to the Gelatinous Noobs.
Heyo.
How are you doing? We got stuff to do. We got episode 4 of the Theran Adventures.
Woo.
Very exciting. We are going to jump over to announcements right away. Let's start off with announcements. Paragon, what you got?
Follow me on Twitch at Paragon's Odyssey. I'm doing super fun, cool things over there, like playing Resident Evil, and also my husband told me he'd buy me anything I wanted if I became Elden Lord. So then he told me he didn't think I could become Elden Lord, so I'm doing it simply out of spite at this point. So maybe I'll be streaming that. That's all I've got.
I believe in you.
Woo!
I'll probably be playing NCAA 2025 this weekend, but I don't stream, so just wish me luck.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Thanks,
You got
Internet.
this!
Thanks, Internet. Let's jump over to you, Sir Michael.
Sir Michael, follow me at Sir Michael at twitch.com.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Woo!
Honor mode until I beat it. Balthazar in the house. Dragonborn Sorcerer.
Woo! Yeah.
You know it. You love it. Let's jump into it, though, because we're not here for video games. We're here for some D&D.
D&D actual play.
When last we left off the Theran Adventures, our party found themselves aboard their airship, the Opie, on the top deck with Azza, their quartermaster, Corp, their shipwright, as well as Shrike, the first mate, face to face with two gargantuan pterodactyl-like monstrosities. And an intense battle was had. We had some of our members running over to the ballistas, ready to lock and load with the assistance of Corp. Elm pulling some shots at these creatures. We had Raya reaching out using some magical manipulation to freeze and hold one of these creatures in place. We had Yenna letting loose with some arrows. We had Loot also doing some magical manipulations, getting ready. And we had Zari just getting ready. She was she's getting her mean face on.
She had to stretch her wings.
She had to stretch her wings and fly. But you want to know what?
You know who couldn't fly?
You know who couldn't fly? Some others. But before we got to that, these these intense gargantuan monstrosity creatures beat their powerful wings, sending some of the party overboard, causing Shrike and other flying-abled members to jump over to try and catch the non-flying members. This actually didn't really need to happen because most of the party can, teleport and fly and stuff like that. But it did lead to Shrike going overboard, and boy, was there trouble. Loot, as well as Elm, sprung into action, doing what they could to try and relieve this situation.
Made it worse.
And boy, did it. What a hiccup, folks. What a hiccup. Watch last week's episode. It was truly wonderful, but to not spoil anything, there ended up being Elm falling from the sky. Just out of reach of his party members, desperately trying to catch up. One of it's Raya, flying as fast as she possibly could, her skin being rent asunder, her poor undead form unable to heal, unable to really build strong healing and strong tendons, ended up pulling the flesh from her bones in her desperation, and needing to use her final charge, reaching out to Orthonrea, her soul that had been bartered away and offered to help in vengeance, called for aid for a different purpose.
Love.
Interesting events transpired with Elm being rescued, Raya coming face to face, a moment of pure desperation, fear of loss, and most importantly, true love between these two. This seemed to have inspired a strange being. A woman, a young woman, in all white, floating off in the distance, who seemed to smile and nod approvingly, causing a portal to open up, bonding the soul of Raya back to the body of Raya. Transformation happened. The party not really able to take time to rest or even figure out what's going on, as the ship was heavily damaged during this whole combat. And the party decided that perhaps the best thing to do would be head back to Lara'Kiis, get some rest, plan their next move. This is where we join our party. A heavily damaged ship. Not beyond repair, but definitely in need of them. Falling back into the skyport of Lara'Kiis. What do you do?
We're just now getting back, or did we sleep, or...
You're just getting back. There wasn't really enough time to sleep. It's only been just a couple hours. So as of right now, it's probably, I'd say, noon in the day.
It's been the longest day of my
We got
life.
fucked up so fast. Oh, the
I hate it
East.
here.
The East is like catch these hands.
I'm going to go to the cafeteria area. And
So normally when you would walk into a lounge that's full of food and everything like that, you do see food, but it is by far dry goods. Things that are open a bag, pour out, ready to go. Hella cereals.
I just want to get a cup of tea and a cup of coffee.
You're able to find them.
And I'm going to go find Elm.
I'm on the ship deck. I'm just looking up, probably with Corpse.
Corp is not on the ship deck.
No.
No, he's with
Yeah, he ain't left his
with
side.
Shrike.
Oh, got you. If anyone's on the deck looking at assessing the damage.
Right now you see Captain Uther.
Okay. Then yeah, I'd be. Is there anything from town you need me to buy?
You get that.
Did you get that?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
You the one you're kind of right.
Yeah.
What going on there? You look a little different.
Things happen really quickly. I think she's alive again.
You were dead before.
She wasn't exactly not dead, but she also wasn't necessarily alive.
You sure it's not her sister?
My sister?
Her sister. They look pretty different.
No, I think it's the same. I think it's the same person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you to take care of, so bye.
Yeah.
And he just turns and walks away.
Right.
He's like, it could be your sister. He did try to fuck her
Huh.
At this point, I think Yenna, you're coming up from the bottom deck, seeing that Elm wasn't in his room, and
I'm
figuring that
looking
he's probably...
confused.
Elm,
Yes.
I'm going to hand you a cup of tea.
Thank you.
How's your jaw?
I've one of the hardest hits I've taken, but not bad.
Sorry about that.
I kind of deserved it.
You made me watch you die. Less than 24 hours after I had to inter my son.
That's fair. I didn't really think it through. I just kind of leapt into action. I guess I'm not used to being in an airship. I'm more used to being on a sea ship.
Please take this as nice as I can possibly say it. I can handle watching someone I care about die. Zir'al guides us all. If someone bests you in battle, then so be it. But you're too important to this group to continue to make poor decisions and put all of us in jeopardy. And every time you do, whether it's just an honest mistake in a bar with a maid, or it's a decision in battle, which you've made many brilliant ones, don't get me wrong, but every time you do, we hear, that's fair. I know. I want to hear, I'll be better. I'll be smarter. Because we can't do this without you. We can't.
I'll be better.
I don't want to watch you die, especially if it's your own fault. Okay,
Okay.
cheers.
Cheers.
And I'll just walk away and smack Uther on the butt. I don't even look at him. I just walk away.
The tension between these
It's a
two.
passive perception.
14.
Too old.
Oh, but if he could.
What was that, old man?
No, Yenna's too old. Yeah.
What? At this point, what is Loot doing?
I'm in my room. I ain't came out of my room since the incident. I almost killed Shriek. Swaying heavily.
Almost.
At least he didn't kill Shrike.
Shrike.
That's what I meant. Shriek, Shrike, I'm all confused.
That's fair.
Raya, what are you up to?
I think given everything, the emotional and physical exhaustion just kind of hit her, and she would have like been on the brink of passing out. So, she is in her cabin just getting like a couple hours of sleep while we travel.
Okay.
She would have like excused herself.
Taking a short rest.
Yeah, she obviously looked like she had been through something.
It's like the first time she's probably been tired.
Yeah, and it's a weird feeling everything completely, because we had described her undeadness being kind of numbed to sensation, to textures, the world, hot, cold, like.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot.
To speak to that, I think during that first hour of travel on, you all were just on your way back, that adrenaline was still pumping through your veins. You're still, but then you almost forgot the sensation of what it's like to crash, and just that feeling of like coming down and like, oh, I need to lay down. Oh, I need to rest. And then it kind of builds on that, and you feel this pure sensation of just exhaustion through your body. There have been lots of nights where you just lie awake, not doing anything, not really eating, not really feeling hungry, and you take 2 points of exhaustion.
Makes sense.
Sorry, what are you up to?
I think I'm sitting with Corp, if he'd allow me.
Of course. Corp is just in kind of this makeshift infirmary room that you guys, it's a guest cabin. There's not really a lot in there. It's just kind of a table that was laid out, put with some cloth on it. And you see that Corp is just there. He's just kind of placing his, like, just his little chin on the, he stands to be at the table. So his whole chin is there and his shoulders are below the height of the table. And he's just looking at his friend.
Yeah. Anything that like Corp needs, obviously, so he doesn't have to leave, I'd go get. To the best of my understanding of what he's trying to communicate that he needs.
Do you ever say anything to him?
Or
you just stand there in silence with him?
I think I just in silence.
Okay.
And then like warm compresses, ice pack, stuff like that for Shrike. I think I'd be like trying to help to the best of my ability.
You notice that as you're like attempting to put these cold compresses and stuff like that, that Corp is like taking the things out of your hand. Not aggressively, but he's like, let me. There is this unspoken thing. And you at times you go, oh no.
Yeah.
You don't speak Grung, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately.
But he does take it, and you see that he kind of applies them, and then he has kind of this little bucket that you see that he will just kind of like tap 3 times on the side and will get warm. He'll put those compresses in there, and you'll see that he will apply it to different areas and stuff like that. Shrek is fully unconscious.
Yeah. Just doing what I can.
I think while my people who are not above deck, I think you all feel the ship begin to slow and then list into the skyport.
I would kind of wake up, look around to see if Nimbus is in the room.
Nimbus was never really far from you. You kind of wake up and you see that she's not quite at the foot of the bed. There is essentially like a little desk area that you have, but she's there and she's just kind of sitting there for her. It's the middle of the day. She's just kind of like sitting there sunbathing as best as she can with a small window.
I give her some little scritches and I go outside to like the main area to see who's up and about. I think my first instinct would be to check on Elm and then Shrike.
Okay. You go to Elm. You attempt to find him. He's not in his room. Mm-hmm. You, I think, are hearing this tail end of some words being spoken just from the deck above, but not really making out what those words are.
I feel like I'm nosy. I would kind of like try to listen in to see who's talking about what.
I think you're hearing just the tail end of this conversation, but it's like before you even register that they're talking and who it is, they've kind of stopped.
Okay.
But you just registered that they are above on the top deck.
Yeah, so I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go see who's up top.
I'm gonna stay in my room.
Okay.
I'm feeling it.
Aww.
I'm gonna
Luminous feels.
check with
Magic
Court
is bad. You're lucky you don't have any.
and be like, do you need anything while we're here? Any like comfort foods, anything?
gonna be fire. Should have chose something else.
Charades.
Choose acid.
Charades. No? Okay.
She points at Shrike.
Yeah, he's sleeping. Okay. You stay here? Okay. I know where to find you.
The awkwardness of like not speaking the same language as someone but trying to communicate. I feel that.
That's easy. You just talk louder. Everybody knows that.
You start
slow it down.
gesturing.
Wait, hold on. After a while, you just hear...
After my little chat with Elm, I'm going to go down to the lizards. And feed them, give them water scritches. And
roll me... what's your passive insight? Let me ask you that.
Insight is 12.
You come down to the stables, which is on the lowest deck of the ship. And you're looking through and you don't see the lizards immediately, which is odd. And you look in closer, like looking down, and then you realize that most of them are like on the ceiling, like claws dug into the ceiling, just...
Oh no. I'm just going to pull out little grubs and see if I can coax them down.
You
to
see that
relax.
4 of them are not feeling it, but one of them sees the one you're riding lizard, sees the grub and goes and just like slowly crawls down and onto it and begins putting his nose through the bars of this kind of stable.
Hi, Theran. I'll give him the grub and kind of pet his nose a little bit.
He eats it.
I'm just kind of, I'll put my mask on and I'll try to get through to him as best I can and just say, just tell the others it's safe now. We're sorry. Just tell the others it's safe now. Food, water, down here.
Yum.
Down here.
Down. You see he sits.
I give him another grub and pet his head
Water.
and spray his face. And
You see him get sprayed with it. You see one other one comes down from its perch and just kind of like, you hear it just kind of like nuzzling, not ramming the bars, but just like you hear the bars get pushed on from behind you.
so I'll do the same for that one.
I love These
And
guys.
I'll just slowly, I'll just sit with them and see if the other three come
Roll
around.
animal handling check.
Bite your hands off.
It's a 10.
One more eventually does come down after maybe like 15, 20 minutes of sitting with the two. Your running lizard seems to calm down, seems to have the sensation. However, the others are still a little bit tense.
I don't have anything else to do, so that's going to be my entire afternoon's work is calming these things down because we're going to need them. So
Without any rolls, it takes you
10 minutes.
3 hours to calm them all down to a point where they're like completely docile, back to their normal selves.
okay, I'm good then.
Good deal. You guys find yourselves on the top deck of your ship. Having landed, what do you all choose to do?
Elm is inquisitively like looking up at the everything, just like pretending to take assessment of the damage. Just like, not good. It's not good. Don't know how to fix it. I'm gonna pretend like I know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it.
You see Captain Uther kind of walks over to you and goes, I'm going to need you to go get a little rock for the court and don't come up here and strike will be okay, but I need his help fixing all this stuff and get it going. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, good. Well, what are you waiting for? Come on, get going. Let's
All
go.
right. I go down.
You see him clapping, but it's like, come on. Let's go.
I'm gonna go down to Corp.
See Corp.
I feel like you would have passed me on the stairs.
Absolutely.
So I would have just been like, you
Hello.
okay?
Yeah, Uther wants me to get Corp so we can kind of assess the damage.
Yeah, I'd like to go check in on him too.
Okay.
I'd go with him.
Okay. Two of you are there. Corp is standing. Shrike is laying down unconscious.
Hey.
Captain?
He can understand us.
Oh.
Uther wants you on the top of deck to kind of assess some of the damage. I think he'll be okay.
I can stay with him.
Kind of looks at you, kind of fully registering that you're not the same as you were.
It's okay. I think we might have some more help on our side than we thought.
Kind of slowly starts walking away. Before he leaves the room fully, he takes a look back at his friend before walking out.
I'll kind of kneel by Shrike. Just like, I don't really know. I'm just looking to see if he seems calm.
Roll medicine check.
14.
Difficult to tell if he's calm, anxious, hurting. You just see an unconscious, very hurt friend.
How does his body look? Like, does he... I guess I'm thinking, like, does he look stabilized? Is he still bleeding?
No, he's no longer bleeding. He's got... You get the sensation, especially after Captain Uther gave him that potion, that his wounds were slowly starting to heal. And that even his leg was beginning to, like, almost like move out. Just like that little bit of a nub.
Baby leg.
But it looks like there's a lot of healing to do for him.
Because he's still like featherless, right?
He's still mostly featherless, still has only one leg. He still has holes in his beak.
I think I'll stay here in case he wakes up. I don't want Corp to think that we left his friend after telling him that we would stay with him.
I mean, I don't really have anything else to do, so...
You see climbing in from the roof of the doorway, you see Chef Tilnak using his front arms and his bottom legs, carrying with his middle set of arms a nice hot bowl of soup. And he just kind of juts his head at both of you, both here. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, chef, how are you?
I'm high.
Yeah.
Nice. How's your arm?
It's fucked.
Can I see it?
You see it still got like a bandage on it and still bleeding. It's kind of like actually dripping a little bit.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's fucking nasty. I don't feel a thing.
That's good, I
Hey,
think.
do you know that soup makes you feel better? I hope this will help Shrike. And he just like
Is there
crawls
drugs in
down.
there? Is there drugs in there?
Narc. And he just sets down. He just sets down the soup at the end of the bed.
If he wakes
Hey,
up,
he looks at you guys and goes, "Whatever." He just walks out.
Narc.
I don't think it'd be best for Shrike to get blitzed out of his mind the instant he wakes up from.
How do you think he's sleeping now?
what? You don't know that Shrike put drugs in it, or chef put drugs in it. Sorry, I'm still so tired.
I dip my fingers in it and just.
I would say roll medicine check.
11.
Thought he was gonna say Constitution.
Tastes like soup.
But your tongue's a little numb.
Guess it's fine. It's good soup.
I wouldn't say you dipped your fingers in it, so most of the flavor is finger,
Yeah.
but
Good fingers. Good soup. It tastes fine.
Oh,
A
okay.
little salty.
Okay. Good. Good then.
No drugs though, I don't think.
I taste it because I'm like, what the fuck does he know about drugs?
do you do finger test or there's
I
a
just-
spoon in
There's
it?
a spoon there. I'm gonna use the spoon. I'm civilized.
Roll Constitution save.
I'm so constitution-y.
How does it feel being able to actually taste something?
20. Dirty 20.
So the dirty 20, that is what hits you more than anything, is the sensation of flavor. So often you've been putting things in your mouth and this numb kind of awareness of anything. Even then, it's mostly alcohol. You haven't been making the effort to like eat food
Yeah.
or drink water. You haven't had the need to. And it's just like, and it kind of like catches you off guard. And you're like, this is the best soup I've ever had.
How much soup is there?
So it's a big bowl. It's like a pho bowl. So it's like big.
I take like a cup of it.
Yeah. It's good.
Oh my God, I forgot what it was like to eat food.
Yeah.
And it's just gone.
You want some tea?
I think I'm gonna go to the kitchen. You stay here.
Sure.
I feel like just overwhelming hunger because I'm realizing, oh yeah, normal bodily needs.
Food tastes good.
Food tastes good, so I go to the kitchen. Is Chef there?
No, you don't see Chef in the kitchen actually, but you do see the cereal spread. Genericos,
Continental breakfast.
Oh, I get.
Conair, cereal,
The waffle press is there.
the waffle. Of course, the waffle press is
Think
there.
like
But there's no batter today.
munchies times 1,000. I get some cereal, I get some toast or bread. I put the cereal on the bread. I'm just eating all of it.
You go to town. Good deal.
I go check on Loot. I just knock on the door.
I don't answer.
Loot, I know you're in there.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Open the door.
It's unlocked.
I'm not gonna walk into a teenage boy's room.
I'm fine, whatever. And I go up and I open the door.
He's naked.
I just hug Loot.
I cried. I cried.
Aw.
I almost killed him. He was missing a leg.
Yeah, almost. But
Well-
not quite.
I could have picked ice. I could have picked anything. I picked acid.
Well, you didn't kill him.
Yeah, but I almost did. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
almost. But you didn't.
I'm gonna be like Elm from now on and just magicless. I'm just gonna.
I think you're a pretty good magic user.
I'm
Luke.
just gonna run and I'm gonna stab things.
Please don't. You're really easy to hit compared to him.
No, I'm quick and nimble.
Yeah, but not as quick and nimble as he is. I imagine I'm just like hugging him while we're having this conversation.
Elm's like, I feel like I'm getting a compliment somewhere. There's a disturbance in the force.
This hasn't happened in so long.
Elm, your nose just one trickle of blood.
He blamed me.
Who?
Shrike.
He's going through a lot.
Yeah. It's all that dead body's fault.
What?
It caused the pterodactyls to come.
Oh. Maybe. It also could have been the giant flying things flying through their space.
No.
I don't know if the dead body has a scent that could...
Everybody knows dead things attract animals.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're attracted to the smell. I think we had this conversation for a while, and then I'm like, "Do you want to go for a walk, like off the ship?"
Yes. I need to get far away from this place.
We go take a walk to nowhere in particular.
You guys begin walking onto the top deck. Yenna, where are you?
I'm still down with the lizards, but eventually I'll work my way up and just offer a hand to help fix anything I can help with. I'm not real inclined, but...
You see that Captain Uther... I will say that first, the two of you see Captain Uther is discussing things with Corp. And you don't really fully understand the conversation, but you do get the sensation that Captain Uther also speaks Grung. And that they're having this conversation.
We walk by, he's ribbit. No, he sounds completely different speaking Grung. It's really fast and...
That was really fast. The trick is the cadence.
all one breath.
Oh, one breath. Anyway, you see that they're just having a conversation, and they both kind of like acknowledge you and like nod, but you see they go straight back to the conversation. Heading out on your walk or talking to him.
I think anybody that's up top, I'd stop and be like, "Hey, we're going into town. Do you want anything?"
I think at this moment it's just the two of you up top.
Okay.
The two of you and the two of them.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'd be like, I already asked Corp, so I'd ask Uther, like, is there anything that you want?
I know we're discussing what we're gonna need for repairs and stuff, so I don't have an answer yet, but
No, like anything you want, not what you need.
oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Great. You two head on your walk.
Yeah.
Did you want to grab anybody else, or?
Yeah.
I somewhat remember Rhea getting a new face. It's all kind of a blur.
Yeah, I think her and Elle might be having a conversation. I think I like vaguely heard it with my 27 passive. I was like, okay, they're talking, and then I was like, okay, I don't care.
Alrighty then, let's go see what this town has to offer.
And Elm's done talking now, okay? Yeah. You two head off of the ship, and just a brief description. Just walking around. Are you heading to a place? Where do you think you guys would go on this moment?
I'd like to just walk around the city and just take in all the sights.
Sure.
And then just do anything to take my mind off of what happened.
Of course.
I think I would like to find like a little flower shop or something of the like. And like maybe go to like that bar
The Silver Spoon. Sure.
and get something nice for the crew.
Okay.
And just get shit-faced. Just get plastered. Yeah, I'm down.
And then
with
find a
that.
bakery as well.
Good deal. How long? Well, I'll give her a second to come back.
A bakery or a bakery?
Yeah, no,
Bakery.
as I said
Real.
before, it would take about 3 hours to calm down all of them. And when you are done with that, I think you're heading up to the top deck, right? Assuming?
Yeah.
Or what are you doing after that?
I'm going to go find Uther or the shipwright and just ask if there's anything I can do to help because I want to get the ship back up.
You see Uther, Corp, and Aza working on the ship, various parts. A lot of it is kind of like tightening of pulleys, making sure that everything is working properly and still good. You see that Uther has almost like a notepad that he seems to write as he is walking back and forth between Aza and Corp. Who do you approach?
Aza, is there anything I can do to lend a hand? I'm not great with tools, but I'm able-bodied and I want to get this ship back ready as fast as we can.
It's kind of technical work. I'd have to walk you through most of it, but when it comes time, I would definitely appreciate a hand. It's going to take probably another hour or two for us to get through a diagnostic of everything that's damaged and get the materials needed to repair.
No, I don't want to slow you down. If you need me to run for materials or you just want a hand later, I'm here. I'll be here.
If you're here tonight, if you guys want to be going as fast as possible, we'll work through the night and any extra hands will help. How good are you with a hammer?
I can.
We're having technical difficulties. We're called the Gelatinous Noobs.
We're back.
Not the Gelatinous Professionals. We're back. Probably on a VOD because OBS is scary. So
Stinky.
this is pre-recorded.
Demand.
Enjoy.
I know that way.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
When last we left, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. To get you up to speed with where we were at, we had Raya speaking with Elm next to the body of Shrike, who is unconscious, recovering from some wounds. We have Zari and Lute out and about, exploring the floral shops of Lara'Kiis. We have Yenna below deck, just kind of taking it easy, resting, getting her head in the right place, while the ship's crew is either recovering or helping with repairs, or helping plan for repairs. So with that, we will jump back into it. You guys find yourselves in a fairly nice floral shop. Ooh. Not necessarily by design or upscale or anything like that.
Is this yours?
Yes, it is. But what you do see is just a very bountiful, diverse flower shop. You do see I'd say a younger elven woman behind the counter, equivalent to like a human 16, 17-year-old.
I don't know how to speak Elven, so this is all on you.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
I am looking for
Flowers.
a couple different types of flowers. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm looking for flowers that you would give to a friend that's been hurt.
Okay.
But he's very loud, so I want them to kind of accentuate his personality.
Loud flowers. Actually loud flowers,
No.
or just personality?
Like personality-wise.
Of course. Sure. She leads you over. There are these... Imagine the size of a sunflower with the flare out of like a lily, but with the petals of a rose. Just these rows and rows of like really open-faced petals. And this really soft, kind of, I don't know the floral term for it, but these little, essentially like tongues that come out of it.
Stamen.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep. What she said.
The ones that have like the little pollen.
Yeah, the little pollen curls out of the very center of
Was I right, plant lady?
Fairly certain.
Nice.
No,
Gelatinous
completely
Noobs,
wrong.
everybody.
Although,
Not
I just-
only in TTRPGs,
I just
but also flowers.
Call it the plant's naughty bits.
The naughty bits of the plant.
That's how they reproduce. Fun fact.
Gross. So this
You should
plant
see
has naughty
these.
bits.
You should see these plants reproduce. Anyway, it's
What
high
about the
fantasy
loud
now.
plants?
Anyway, you do see this the diameter of this plant is probably 7-8 inches.
Size of a basketball. Just wow.
You see there's a huge array of them. Different colors, different heights, different petal sizes and things like that.
Okay.
One of these.
A couple of those. Well, how much do they? I don't care. Give me a few.
Okay.
Not like I don't care, but like,
How much do you want to spend?
I don't buy flowers. I normally get flowers bought for me.
Don't worry about that. Whoa. That's fine. Just how much do you want to spend?
How much do we want to spend?
That's such a loaded question.
What if we're buying flowers?
Easy.
What are we buying flowers for?
Shrike.
Okay.
To make him happier.
Well, how much do these flowers cost?
How much do these flowers cost? My friend wants to know.
A copper apiece.
Copper a piece?
I mean, what are we getting? Bouquets? Dozens?
How much would a bouquet cost? Of like these flowers and a bunch of other flowers.
Depends on the kind of flower that you want. But if you wanted a bouquet with this as a centerpiece, I could do something for a silver, give you a nice array.
Okay. We'll do something
Do you
like
want
that.
a vase or just the flowers themselves? Your friend.
A vase.
I was going to say, is your friend sick? Is your friend hurt?
He's hurt.
Is he going to be staying in one spot for a while, or is he going to be moving?
The spot's gonna be moving? We have a ship.
So he'll be in the same spot.
Yeah, he'll be in the same spot, but the room will be moving.
That's okay.
So something that can be like bolted down.
We don't have any bolt down vases.
How about something like square bottom?
Yeah, I could do something with a wide base.
Yes.
No problem. Probably not glass.
Yeah. No.
With everything, say 2 silver.
Okay.
I'm just standing there nodding.
And then
I've never met a Yanti before.
I just kind of like start walking around. She says she's never met a Yanti before.
She's speaking in common.
Oh. Yes!
No, you
You
talk,
don't-
and then
you
they.
You don't talk very much, do you?
I did not know you were speaking common.
She looks at you. Am I saying it wrong? Am I?
No,
not
you're doing
using-
fine. He's just a man.
Oh. God.
I say in Sylvan.
I'm gonna get your face together.
I also look for some like hydrangea-esque flowers.
Any flower that you can imagine, especially in this region of the world, you're gonna be able to find.
That's a daisy.
I want a dandelion. No,
I want a real lion.
Like just like a big bunch of hydrangea as well. On a similar vase.
Poison ivy.
Another
An
5 silver.
ever-blooming rose.
Another 5 silver. So how much total is that?
A gold.
Okay. I give her.
You say you wanted a similar vase, a similar kind of presentation,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You see, she gives you a huge. It's a large, round. It's almost like a potting plant, the size of this vase. But you notice that with the artistry, it's not exactly like a clay. It's kind of like this odd type of wood that has
Okay.
this kind of broken texture like clay, like cracked clay does. But you notice that it is growing, that it is a naturally grown thing.
Okay.
And it does have kind of this natural base where water can sit. You notice that there are areas where you see like compacted dirt through the holes of this kind of intricate design. But eventually it does kind of flare open and stuff like that. You see that the way that this kind of plant-esque base is, there's places for the actual flowers to like lean up and be posed very easily.
Okay. We would carry him.
How strong are you?
I'm buff.
Don't worry about it then.
I'm so buff.
You're good.
This is the shopkeep asking me, right?
Yep.
Yep, I'm so strong.
Then you'll be fine.
The strongest. Come on, let's go. Hurry. This is
Anyway, thank you so much. And
Of course. Thank you for your business.
Get
Push
the
him out.
waddle out.
It's not heavy, but you feel like carrying this for a couple of hours gonna hurt.
We need to find a wheelbarrow.
It's an isometric with like a 5-pound weight.
Do you not have like that spell that like conjures hands? You know the one?
No.
You've never seen people use it?
I've seen people use it, but no, I
You
don't.
don't have that?
No. I use my own hands. They're magical.
Don't say that to me.
I play the instrument.
Okay.
That's a child.
Don't say that to me.
so weird, women.
I don't like girls.
Except that one.
They're so
Except
weird.
the
The one.
The one that likes music, I like her. The rest of them, weird. Where do you guys head next?
Hopefully back to the ship.
Go to a bakery.
Ooh.
Oh god, I would have to carry bread now.
You'd find a bakery. It's different than most bakeries that you've been to in Central Thera. The smells are different.
Okay.
You can tell that there's a far heavier emphasis on, like... It's going to sound weird, but, like, the difference between the smell of a waffle versus a crepe.
Okay.
Focusing on light doughs, light powder, light is the thing, crisp. Stuff like that.
Do they have cakes in here?
You're looking around, you see
Thin
a
cakes.
bunch of like little decorative cakes and stuff. They're all different they're not conventional cakes as you would imagine them, but they're different shapes, and most of them are like either tiny handhelds like little single serving chocolates, or they're like massive like wedding cakes.
And there's nothing in between?
Not really. This time you see a raccoon kind of humanoid merchant there. Has a little pastry hat in it. And speaking in Sylvan, he goes, "You come for baked goods?
Yes, perfect goods.
What do you want?"
I was looking for a cake that feeds about 10 people.
And he goes, "Big cake."
How much is the big cake?
How much you have?
That's not the question I asked.
What is this question I ask? Roll insight.
At this point, I walk up with the flour and
9.
set it
Oh,
down.
now we look rich.
9.
Just wants to know how much you have.
I have 5 gold.
He like turns over from the big cake and goes to like a little, like, imagine a cake platter but just with all the little individual ones. Probably got like 12 or 13.
I have 50 gold. I lied to you.
I don't like liars.
I don't like people who ask me how much money I have. So,
How do I know which cake you can get or which one you can afford?
because I know how much money I have. So.
Yes, but I don't want to say, "Oh,
What's on
this
the
one
price
really
tag?
nice. Oh, you can't afford it. That's bad. That's rude."
How much is the big one?
I don't understand
This
any
one?
of this. Other patron in the
This
store.
one, he points to the. He goes back to the big one.
I
This
find
one?
like the most
Leave me
simple big
alone,
cake.
weird man.
This flour's heavy.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
10 gold.
Okay.
Okay. Your friend is busy. Who carry cake?
I carry cake.
Fragile.
Just
Fall
set it on
apart.
top of the flowers.
So you want to give it to a child? No, I'll carry it.
I'll
No,
carry it
takes
with
two
my
people.
tail.
Oh.
I'll balance it on my tail.
The cake, for reference, is the size of this table.
Oh my god.
What the hell did you just buy?
What the hell did I just buy? Anyway,
Cake.
big cake.
Holy shit.
In common.
It's thin. It's like it's very. It's a
it's
very
like a sheet
thin.
cake.
Yeah, it's a very thin like
In
sheet.
common is ask them for a delivery fee. Is there a delivery? Can we get it
do delivery?
delivered?
I'm little hand. I can get family. We
Yeah.
deliver it.
Yeah.
Costs more.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Where you live?
We have a ship.
Boat ship or
Airship.
Airship.
Skydock number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one with the big wyvern skull.
10 gold. More for delivery.
Okay.
Okay.
I give him 25. Extra 5 for a tip.
Ooh.
Thank you. It will still take time.
How long?
I have to get my family. Some of them are sleeping. Some of them are lazy. It will take time. 2, maybe 4 hours.
2, maybe 4 days.
If I give you 5 more gold, can it be 1 hour?
It's not me. You have to give money to. Lazy cousin. Who knows if he work or not?
I have to bail out the
I give
cousin.
him
He's
10
actually the
additional for a
slammer.
total of 35. For your cousins and for your family, and get them to hurry
I
up.
will work, but I can't make them work.
Give them money.
Why?
So they work.
Fine. I'll
An
do
hour.
best. I'll do best.
Okay.
I couldn't understand him, but he
So you
just
just, like,
felt like
hold
one
it
of the
close
good
to it.
ones.
What?
I couldn't understand him, but he felt like one of the good ones.
He's trying to take all my money. Anyway, I take one of the plants from you,
Oh my god.
Feels a lot better.
I can feel my fingertips.
and we walk to the ship.
Okay. Guys walk back to the ship. At this point, do you guys still making out or?
Oh, big time.
Over the body.
They've done did it on top of
Big
me.
time. We moved Shrike off to the side and used the
You rolled him off. Rolled him off.
They went, what the fuck?
He went, I'm in a coma.
No.
You guys go to the top deck. Where are you guys?
I would stay with Shrike, and I'm sending him to go help fix the ship.
On it.
You help to get us in this situation. Go help get us out.
Got it.
Captain Uther and Azza, they all kind of explain to you, like, right now they're doing a diagnostic. There's no help to be done yet. They don't even have a full recollection of, like, everything that they need.
Yeah, I know. They just told me that she just wanted me to
Stop
my
making
work.
out.
I can't
John's getting
argue.
tired.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I mean, I know how to work a hammer, and I know how to kind of repair sails.
Azza turns, she's like, when it's time, we'll
Yeah,
get you.
Just let me know.
We'll do.
In the time being, do you guys want, like, food, snacks?
Yeah.
Ale,
If you
something?
could get Chef to bring up some, like, finger foods or something, that'd be great.
I don't know if you guys know this. Chef is not doing amazing.
What? Is he high?
Well, yeah, that, but he
He's
also...
fine.
No, it's more or less when the whole, like, ship was ruffling it about and whatnot.
Yeah.
He got, like, stabbed by a chef knife, and
Yeah.
his arm's, like, profusely bleeding.
Yeah, we gave him something for it
How long ago was that?
a while ago.
Because when was he last in our room?
You guys saw him. What I will say is that you're not sure if it's just a dirty bandage or if his arm is just still messed up.
Oh, well, I saw him, like, a little bit ago, and it was still dripping blood.
Didn't Loot give him some morphine or something like that?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to stop bleeding.
I think his bleeding stopped. I just don't think he's aware.
Got it. Drugs are scary.
Hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
He's really good at making pastries when he's high, though, so
looks like we got pastries on our way.
good deal.
Yeah. So I'll go get Chef Tilnak. What do you finger foods?
Yeah,
Salami,
have him make
crackers.
have him make cupcakes.
Cupcakes?
Yeah, he likes that. It's his favorite high food.
Okay, great.
So much
I'll go
cake.
find him.
Okay. Check the kitchen. He's probably cooking something weird. Or check his room. He's probably sleeping.
Just imagine, like,
Cooking
over a
something
stirring pot,
weirder.
like,
He's cracking the code on that final recipe for the soup he's been working on for years. This one's it!
yeah, I'm just like listening, and I'm like listening for the of him, and I'm like,
You go to the kitchen or his room first?
what's closest?
Kitchen, probably.
Kitchen.
Someone's
You
in
go
the
into
kitchen.
the galley and you hear the
Tilnak.
stirring of, like, not really the stirring, but like the whisking of something in like a little pan.
What you making there?
You walk into the galley, you just see him kind of like wide-eyed, just like looking around and making the perfect omelet.
The perfect omelet.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
You gonna steal my recipe?
No, I can't cook.
All right, I trust you.
All right.
Start off with shrimp. Don't go with eggs. That's the mistake. You start with shrimp. You blend them up. You get them nice and whiskey. And then you eat them. Then you crack the eggs. You just see he's not even stirring any ingredients. He's just stirring a bowl.
So
Then you crack the eggs.
okay,
So
so
you got to make sure that your pan's nice and whisked. Okay?
so you're pre-whisking the pan.
Yeah. Naturally.
Genius.
Of course.
Genius.
Save time. Save time.
Absolutely.
Save time.
So then you just
Save time.
save time. Yeah. Well,
You see, just like slowly using his other 4 appendages that aren't whiskey, just like starts crawling on the wall.
Yeah.
He starts rotating.
When you're done pre-whisking that bowl, the crew would love cupcakes.
Fuck yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? All right. Give me that. Yeah, he just points at a bag.
What do the bags look like?
Flour bags.
Okay.
As far as you know.
They all look the same.
So that's flour.
All right, I'll grab the flour bag. Here you go.
Great.
I'm gonna be leaving now.
It's probably for the best.
He needs privacy.
He just stares at you until you leave, and you notice that he hasn't stopped pouring the bag out.
Oh my god.
I'm just I slowly back up, and then I just use rush to the door and
As-
get out
as
of there.
you-
He's gonna make like 300 cupcakes.
As you like slam the door behind you, and you just hear in your mind, okay.
God, what have I done?
I think at this point I use the sending stone and I'm like, hey, Uther, just so you're aware, we're having a big cake delivery. And that...
Where are we paying for food? We got our chef on board.
Wait, what?
We got our chef on board. Where are we paying for food?
Because it's special. And I didn't want him to work. It's for him too. Well, I mean, I can't say anything back, so I'm like,
You're just
this
like,
isn't my world.
what the fuck?
I'm like, what the fuck? You have a chef on board, but I don't want to work.
His arm got fucked up.
He lives to work.
Yeah, his arm got fucked up.
Nah,
That's not you.
He's making high cupcakes.
He's on the ceiling, just like he's like, I don't even have to spin my arm if I just spin myself.
I fixed him up. He should be fine.
Yeah, listen, I didn't want drugs in my birthday cake.
Birthday?
Sounds like a lame birthday.
Drugs.
A birthday without
You guys
drugs.
make your way back to the ship. Takes you probably another 20, 30 minutes. At this point, what are you guys doing?
I'm escorting you down with the bouquet for Shrike.
The 4 of you are in Shrike's room, setting down this large pot. It's got a very beautiful bouquet in it with these various multicolored flowers.
Look at these amazing flowers.
They're beautiful.
When people are sick, they need flowers to cheer them up. Or when they're hurt, they need flowers to cheer them up.
Does that work?
I never heard about that, but that's neat.
That's what people that have money do. We didn't have money. The orphans just died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's valid.
Typically, we just give them their
Sometimes
favorite
we-
stick or rock.
Get drunk about people dying.
That's a bad coping mechanism.
Well, it was you're celebrating life, their life. They're dead. You're alive, and you can get drunk.
When I was on the ship and people died, they just throw them overboard, and then we just wouldn't talk about them anymore.
That's also a coping mechanism.
Yeah, if we talked about the kids, Orlis would get real sad and cry, so
Wow.
we didn't talk about the kids that died.
Um,
Anyway, and then I take my flowers to my room.
Okay.
Yeah, but Shrike's not dead.
No.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
Look, he's got a little chicken leg growing out of him.
how's his nub look?
Like a little chicken leg.
Very slow. It looks like it hasn't really progressed much at all. Yenna, what are you doing?
I think I kind of grow restless sitting in the room, and I'll think to go see Shrike as well, not realizing everybody's already down there.
Yeah, I think you catch up with everybody in the room just as Sari's about to take her flower pot out.
Oh, I didn't realize everyone was down here. Nice flowers.
Thanks.
Nice touch.
Sick people need flowers.
Hurt
At
people
least
need
that's what I heard.
I'm sure they help. Maybe.
I think the morphine helps, but
Keep
I'm sure he'll
morale
love
high.
them.
It keeps morale high, I say as I walk away with my flowers.
This is ship retention, Captain Zari.
She made me carry this flower all the way through the city. I can't feel my arms.
It's your job as a man, Luke.
do some stretches. It's probably good for you though.
No.
Getting muscles. In your
No, because then I won't be able to play instruments because I have too many muscles.
It'll be too swole for music.
You'll be too small for your
Yeah.
lute.
Too Chad.
Oh.
Is that soup?
Yeah, it's been sitting there for a while.
Chef Tolmac brought it in case Shrike woke up.
You guys noticed that bowl it's never stopped steaming. It was not too hot.
But not too cold.
May
Not
I
too cold
Just right.
reach for the bowl?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, Shrike's not waking up.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to sit down next to Shrike as close to his head as I can.
There aren't really many chairs, but you could have very easily grabbed one and brought it
The
over.
edge of the bed, even,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, sitting on the edge of the bed.
I'm going to try to spoon a little bit into his beak if I can.
You get the sensation it's not like a human mouth where you can, but luckily there's a hole
in there.
so you
Yeah.
just kind of pour it
in.
through. Roll medicine check.
Pour
I
it down his
think-
nose hole.
Rhea instinctively goes to like tilt his head up, thinking of like
Roll with advantage.
trying to drink from being on the ground.
19.
As Rhea lifts the head a little bit and you pour it in, you see that sensation of swallowing from Shrike.
Rub his neck a little bit.
I'm going
It's like a baby bird.
slowly keep feeding him, but I'm not trying to make the rest of the room here, but I know we're all fairly close. And I'm just going to say, Shrike, if you can hear me, I know you were coming to save me. But if I hadn't saved myself, I'd have been in that beast's belly alongside you. And I'm sorry for that. But I'm glad you're okay. And maybe waving after I bamped out was kind of a dick move as well. So I figured this is the least I can do. Yeah. I'll just keep feeding him soup until he doesn't swallow anymore.
Until he just doesn't open his mouth.
His mouth was never open.
Oh,
Pouring
that's
it
right.
down and shoot. It's like,
At this point, not even using a spoon and just dumping the bowl.
with
Waterboarding with soup.
with a medicine of 19, I don't think you judge when he's done. You judge when is an appropriate time. Having dealt with sick kids before and knowing that, not too much, but you have to make sure that they have enough. And you balance it out. And there's still probably a good 3/4 of a bowl left.
I'm in mom mode.
Double M.
What do you guys do?
So,
Wait for the next couple of hours to pass for the ship to be registered or anything else?
Yeah.
How long are we gonna be docked?
I assume it'll take a while to fix the ship.
Should we maybe take a job while we're here?
My job's going to be working on fixing the ship.
Well, once the diagnostics are done, they should be able to give us an idea. That'd give us a better sense of if we do have time to do something while we're here. We probably should. I'd like to get in the air as soon as possible, or at least get on the way to what our plans were. But
No, I guess we didn't get very far.
As you guys are talking, it's been a little bit of time has passed, and Ozza kind of comes down, knocks, looks in the window at Shrike, takes a moment, looks at all of you. So it's looking like it's probably going to be overnight. But any of you are willing to help, we'll be done first thing in the morning. But for the rest of us, we're going to be kind of pulling an all-nighter. If it's all right with you, when we're done, we're going to need to rest a little bit. The other option is we could hire some dock hands to help with the repairs. Probably gets this done in a couple hours, but it might be expensive. Now, you do have a stipend for maintenance and stuff like that, and we could take it from there. But we just want to make sure that we ask you ahead of time before using that, because this isn't a typical repair.
I feel
Do
like
we want to force the crew to work through
No.
the night?
Money
especially
can be replaced.
not after what we just went through. I think we need ourselves and our crew to be
Well
top of their
rested.
game. Yeah. How much do you think the dock hands would cost?
Well, you guys have 400 gold in maintenance reserves right now. Probably looking somewhere between 150 and 200.
It's not
But that would be getting us in the air before the sun sets.
Yeah.
guys think?
It's up to our leader.
Now, here's the thing, and normally the guy I would ask about traveling at night in Eastern Thera is fortunately taking a little nap of his own right now. So, but if you guys want to set off right away, we can do that.
I don't see any harm in giving it a day.
Take off at first morning. You guys want to hire these people out, and then tomorrow morning we can go.
We can
Otherwise,
all
we
get some
can.
sleep then.
Otherwise, we can save the money. We can work. It's just we'll probably leave tomorrow, probably around 6 or 7 in the afternoon.
I was actually thinking, just rest for the night. Fix the ship. Start working on the ship in the morning. We can take that day. Perhaps we can take the lizards out and explore a small amount of the forest, see what we see, look around a bit, and leave the next morning.
So you're saying, no rush, take your time, fixing the ship.
I'd rather the repairs get done well and we know this crew, give them their rest.
I mean, I agree with you.
We don't know what dock hands will find. I'm sure they'll be capable, but I don't know. I don't think there's a rush, especially I feel like I rushed us a bit and that ran us into some trouble.
Well, honestly, the repairs would normally cost more, but given your connection with the Lady Kamara, we should be able to get it for about 150, 200 gold. Normally, something like this would be like twice as much.
Oh, let's just.
Our leader has spoken.
I believe me, I'm all for brevity. I just want it done well.
Yeah, I mean, if we're
I
not
think
in
it
like
will.
a rush.
We're VIP status here. The world is on the brink of ending.
And one day it's not going to affect it.
That we know of.
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind taking some time to explore the forest a little bit, because even if we're taking the airship to the temple, we were planning on riding back. So at least having a sense of what we're getting into before we're actually a day's ride from here may not be a bad idea. I don't
Kind
know.
of get our toes wet. in the
Just my
area.
opinion. Please, anyone else
Yeah. No, it makes
speak
sense.
up.
We haven't taken the lizards out yet, so it would be a good idea maybe to hone our own skills.
Captain Luther and I will go get the dock hands. We'll get everything set up there. Repairs will be done tonight, probably within the next couple hours with everybody, but if you want to take the night, we'll head out first thing in the morning, or take the whole day, whatever you guys want, but we'll get that squared away.
Okay.
Asa leaves the room.
That'd be a good idea, then everyone can sleep tonight.
We can take some time tomorrow to get used to the terrain on the lizards, and then
Yeah, we could take the
Well, what
lizards
time
out
is it
for a
right
ride.
now?
It's probably around like 5:36.
An evening ride out in the jungle.
And we have a cake coming. I don't know if Sorry mentioned that.
got a delivery on the way.
We bought a cake and flowers. Yeah.
Oh, that was very sweet of you.
It was Zari's idea. I
That's-
didn't even know we
that's
were
very
buying
sweet
a
of you.
cake until we bought it.
Are you supposed to give hurt people cake too?
It's not like a I'm sorry you're hurt cake.
This is like a yay we survived cake.
No, it's like a happy birthday to me cake
Oh,
Oh, it's your birthday?
tomorrow.
Oh. Well, way to mention that today.
happy birthday, Zari.
Sorry, it's like, well,
I head back out into
Kind-
town.
she kind of like looks at Elm and she's like,
You head
"Oh,
out.
Yeah.
Didn't think I had to mention it.
You guys see Luke abruptly go like,
Luke's
I
like,
have
"Fuck."
to. Luke's like, I have to go, and just walks out of the room.
I also walk out the room and try to catch up to
Hey!
him. Oh,
Yes.
we have to go get our fucking birthday gift.
That's where I'm going!
I'm coming with you. We have to go back out and shop again.
Yana, Elm, Zari, you three in a room, just hanging out.
Yeah. Just kind of doing like what I was doing when Corp was here.
Yeah.
Just
Just
taking
helping.
care.
Yeah. Good deal.
waiting for my cake to get delivered. At some point, I feel like I go up to Uther and I'm like, "The fuck you mean we have a chef? I didn't want I don't want drugs in my cake."
Anything?
I think Elm will sneak out and just get off the ship.
Okay.
If someone's looking over Corp or Shrike,
Going to look for a rabbit.
I'm gonna go take my lizard for a
yeah,
ride.
totally.
Okay. You staying within the city or you going out?
I'm staying within the city, but
Okay.
just a little sightseeing drive.
Sure.
No lightning strikes, please.
Yeah, no kidding.
You guys think about what you want to like get for a shop, anything like that. If you're going shopping or wherever you may be going, you think about that. Zari, you're sitting there waiting. You're being as helpful as possible with Shrike. You begin thinking like, where's my fucking cake? I spent a lot of money on that cake. It's been about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Do you go to the top deck?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, I go to the top deck.
See, Captain Uther is you see he's got his jacket off. He's kind of got just like an undershirt on. You see that he's old man strong. He's like really wrinkled, really kind of sagging skin, but still muscular. You see that,
Freaking ropes for veins.
yeah, he's still working. He's working on the ship. You know that he's like every single time he hits a nail to a hammer, it's a single stroke. Place, bam. Place, bam. Perfect technique. You know that Azza is like less of her is like doing the same type of repairs that Uther are doing and more of like checking the ballistas, making sure that all of those things are fine tuned, that those might have become loose or doing repairs to those. You're looking around kind of frustrated thinking about, with your 27 perception, you hear off in the distance, nope, okay, stick together, all right, move. You look over the side of the ship and you see this large cake being carried by probably about 5 or 6 kind of these raccoon people with one guy walking backwards and then behind him like 2 little kids that are just kind of like sweeping the road ahead of them. And with your 27, you even see 2 small, probably like toddler age kids underneath holding the cake up.
Okay.
They're kind of eventually going, and they make their way to the ship, and they kind of tug on his shirt, and he kind of turns around and goes, "Delivered."
Can you bring it on the ship for me, please? I'll show you where it goes.
Yes. Okay, guys, a little longer. Let's go. You see, they start bringing you onto the ship. It's a little bit of a challenge, given how wide the cake is, but they're able to get it.
Okay. All right.
You notice that they can't really get it through the doorway.
Okay.
Where's cake go?
How did you get it out of the bakery?
Got 2 doors.
So the cake goes downstairs.
If we turn it sideways, the frosting will fall off. Is this all for you?
No, there's a bunch of us here.
That guy's working.
Yeah, it's for a party later.
Oh. Where are the tables?
Downstairs.
Just bring
You're the
them up.
professional here. Help me out here.
I'm a baker.
a professional baker.
Yeah, I bake the cake. I don't do parties. I sell the food.
Give me a second. So, give me a second. And then I go down and I find Chef Tilnak.
You see that he's got flour all over him. Just like war paint kind of poured across his face. You notice that the lounge has probably got... So there's enough tables for 2 full sets of crew, you guys, some guests and stuff. Like half of the tables have cupcakes on them.
I'm like, hey friend, I've got a request from you for you.
Is it cupcakes?
It is not cupcakes.
Wrong.
It's
It's
cake
cupcakes.
Related. It's cake related.
Okay.
So I didn't want you to have to work all night.
Who's working?
I didn't want you to make all these
You
cupcakes.
see he takes one of those small hands. He just starts eating.
So I bought a cake Not because yours weren't good, but because I wanted to share it with you.
He holds out his half-eaten muffin. We could share.
I take it. How do you suggest getting it down here? It's a big cake.
I wouldn't. I would have made you a cake. Fine.
I just didn't want it to...
We'll take
I
it
did-
through
I
the
just-
cargo hold.
Okay. I just didn't want it to be the best cake I've ever had and then have every other cake not live up to it. That's why I didn't ask you.
That makes sense. Okay, I'll help you.
Nice save, nice save.
He goes up and
So he's like, I have lived with a lot of children and I've lied to a lot of kids.
he goes up and you see that he begins communicating with this raccoon person, and you see that most of the children are now all underneath the cake, terrified.
Yeah.
And you see that they're like having this conversation mentally as he's pointing to like this cargo hold as he opens it up, and he goes, "You gotta lower it down and stuff." And he's like, "We're holding it. How will we lower it down?" And he goes, "Just wait here." And he comes back, and it takes probably a good 20-30 minutes.
Yeah.
But they have to cut the cake a couple of times, but they're able to lower it down via pans.
Okay. I give each of the adults a gold. How many are there? He said there's like 6.
Yeah, there's about 6 adults, not including the baker, so 7 total.
Okay, so 7. I give them each another gold, and then I give each of the kids a cupcake. I don't tell them that there might be drugs in the cupcake. I just give them cupcakes.
You're handing these kids cupcakes, and it was hard to tell because they were underneath the cake itself, but there's frosting all over their faces before they got cupcakes.
Yeah,
And they go,
not my problem.
"Yes. Sugar. Yes."
Not my
Be a
problem.
kid with sugar high.
I think he might be saying they were eating your cake from underneath.
No, they were.
Oh, wonderful.
That's fine.
Happy birthday.
Underneath the cake?
God.
Anyway. Thank you.
Goodbye.
I
Enjoy your cake.
Hunted those kids.
We give them drug cupcakes and called it a day.
Have fun with that.
A drunk cake.
We have candles, and then we just kind of talk about. Maybe we just go off.
He doesn't have candles, but he has like matches and stuff that he just kind of sets out.
How many matches?
He asks.
28.
Ooh.
Oof.
Just getting close to
So,
dirty 30.
so imagine 28 matches on this table, just kind of spread out.
Just like,
All
Just
in one
randomly
spot.
placed. Yeah, they're all just.
They're all at the head of it,
Where
and he
he
just
was.
pulls up a little special chair for you. And he goes, "Happy birthday to
He didn't
you."
light them yet, right?
No, he didn't.
No, so-
It's just him and you in this room. Happy birthday
Thank you. We'll be
to you.
everybody.
There are
will be-
holes in the cake from underneath.
There are.
I don't know how to rhyme that, so I'm done.
It was a good song.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Is it today?
It's tomorrow morning.
Then why are we singing?
Because I didn't expect us to be here tomorrow.
Okay. I'll make a special cake for you tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll make this cake special.
No drugs, please.
Sure. Sure. Roll insight.
you guys think he wants to give out all his drugs?
Dirty 20.
Yes.
He's a very generous
He might
drug
put drugs in
addict.
your cake. You can't tell. It's a very ambiguous answer that he gave you.
No drugs, please. As he walks away.
Sure.
He goes, "Yeah, no drugs. Plants. Just plants.
All
Some
plants.
herb."
Very natural. Very
What are the
organic.
three of you doing? You guys,
Did you go?
when-
Did you go out with us?
he didn't, did you go out with them or just snuck out?
I snuck out.
He's trying to get himself killed again.
Where are you guys going to shop?
I can't believe she had me go buy a cake and then didn't even mention it was her birthday.
Yeah, and then she was like, I shouldn't have had to mention it. Have we talked about when our birthdays are?
I think that was more of a jab at like, hey, I have a brother on the ship, you know, he should have like planned me a
Oh.
birthday party maybe.
No, that's true. That does suck that she.
Had to buy her own cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're on a mission to save the fucking world. I don't even know
Well-
what day it is. Also, I'm not here.
What do you think she would like? She went to that bookstore.
We should buy her poetry. Double
But that
entendre.
might make her sad though. Cuz she's missing poetry.
While missing poetry, she could read this poetry.
Okay.
I don't know. You got any thoughts?
I also can't read Sylvan, so if we go back to
True, I can't either.
we'll just have to guess.
Okay.
We can look at the pictures. There's some really nice picture books.
Jewelry.
Jewelry.
It's the same language in every language.
Every
That's
kiss
true.
begins with K.
You find a K
Ooh.
Jewelers.
Ooh. She likes to stab people. What if we got her a jeweled dagger?
Or,
Or
like, do you mean like an actual dagger made out of jewels? Or I was thinking like a necklace with a pendant on it that's like a dagger.
oh no, I was thinking a dagger like encrusted like with some jewels maybe.
She has a flaming sword. When is she gonna use... Why would you stab somebody with a jeweled encrusted dagger?
While you guys are walking through Lara'Kiis trying to figure things out, you pass a Subaru dealership.
We should buy her a Subaru.
We passed a pet shop.
You do see somebody
Can we get
walking
a
a
dog?
lab. And then a golden retriever.
Golden retriever puppies.
We should get her a puppy.
You know, honestly, I thought it was people are making it up. Pets really do make you happier. Nimbus, light of my life.
Okay, so we should get her a pet. What kind of pet?
But that's kind of a big responsibility for us to give another person.
That's true. That's true.
I felt like we needed a filler episode after last week.
Do we pass any like boutiques?
Yes.
A jewelry shop.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's there.
Nope, we don't pass any of those.
Jewels.
Wait, did you say jewelry?
No.
Roll perception.
Let's see.
Okay.
And then I think I do want to go back to the bookshop because she probably is missing poetry.
You guys are able to find, each of you, one gift that your character feels like, oh, this is solid. Whatever that may be.
Gotcha. Way to expedite this.
Elm, you've snuck
We could
off
shop forever.
into the city. Did you bring Gizmo?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Damn.
Gizmo's nestled in your jacket.
Um,
The jacket was gone.
New
This is a
jacket.
different jacket.
This is
You
jacket
see
for
Gizmo.
me.
You see Gizmo jumping off into a jacket. It's a little bit longer.
Jacket
It's got some
2.0.
frill on the top and then frill at the bottom and a little bit of a frill around the waistband. It's got this like checkered pattern. It's
Think
got a
of
dark
Prince.
brown with a really blue interior. It's got like this
Purple
wolf
rain.
color.
That's
It
mine.
matches your scarf really well.
that's my jacket. Do I have to buy it? Fuck.
Yeah, you got to buy it.
How much is it?
2 silver.
10,000 gold.
Yeah, I go. I'm like,
It feels warm.
I need your best winter apparel, sir.
And he's like, okay.
It's on clearance because it's fucking summer.
It's actually, yeah, 100%.
Thank you. By the way, Quebin, for you,
Uh-oh.
that wolf tooth.
Yeah.
Where do you keep it?
I gave it to Helio.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
I don't keep it. I didn't like it, so I gave it away the first
Cut
time.
flash to Helio throwing it in the ground.
He thought it was cool.
I'm joking.
Yeah, cool boys, you don't do stuff like
He
that.
goes,
you know?
I don't want to play with you anymore.
He traded it for a shiny rock.
Damn it.
Do you need a minute?
Huge.
Are you going shopping?
I'm just trying to think of something meaningful.
You find the meaningful thing.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
You do what you do, too.
I want to find an area where I can. I'm taking my sports
could give
card
her
and
that
fucking
raw
run.
wolf
I want
thong.
to see what this thing can do. I mean, I want to climb walls. I want to like
See, I think
jump
it'd be weird
shit.
if I
I want to
gave her a
see
lingerie.
what this.
So
lizard can do.
you've lived in this city before. You take your mount to an actual racetrack that's within the city. Now, normally it's not for lizards. Normally there are these really imagine
A racehorse.
chocobos.
Yeah. Okay.
Just 100% chocobos.
Chocobos.
Fully stealing that. Sony, don't sue me. They're called something else.
Bocachos.
Bocachos. Got it.
They are now.
And they're
Bocacho.
blue. They're not yellow.
Huh?
They're blue. They're not yellow.
No, they're yellow.
They're all different colors.
They're still yellow.
They're yellow. They're still yellow. I'm not that creative. But that being said, you notice that this does have a little bit of a course. So where these chocobo-like creatures are really solid like jumpers and they can glide a little bit. This would really be great for like climbing because the obstacles that they use to jump over and to like glide from are really thick enough and solid enough to climb on.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going through this whole obstacle course, doing anything I can to see what Tyros can do.
Yeah. You're going through it. Roll animal handling. With advantage.
-5.
13.
13, you spin out a couple of times, but no, you do very well.
You pop a tire.
Yeah. You climb very well. It takes a little bit because not because of the way that you're riding it, but because this thing has been kind of just confined for a little while, that it's just wanting to run without any direction.
Yeah.
And you're having a hard time like getting it to follow your directions. After probably a good 30, 40 minutes, you get control of it, and the racetrack's empty. There's nothing going on. You looked at it and asked for permission. We're able to go onto the track.
So yeah, once I sense he's getting a little tired, I'm just gonna talk to him with my mask on. Feel good to stretch your legs.
Yes.
Food.
Yes.
I'll give him some grubs and water.
Yes.
Water.
Except now he's not doing his face. He's fully rolled over, and he's just letting you spray his body as like he just goes limp and it's just like fully dead. He's just like
Nap time.
he's just He's still awake. No, he's still awake. And every once in a while, when you stop spraying, he just kind of like waves a claw.
All right, and I'm scratching his belly while I'm doing it, and I think in this moment I'm just very happy. This feels like home a little bit, even though it's not. It's the first time in a long time that Wrath hasn't been on my mind while I'm just running wild with this lizard.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking about anything else except this moment right here as the sun sets and I'm cruising around the obstacle course.
You have a wonderful time. I mean, genuinely, it's the first time that you've been able to let loose and not have to think. You know what I mean? Truly just enjoy the moment. How long do you stay there?
Oh, whenever I can get his big ass to get up, and then I'll just ride him back to the ship.
He's fully able to like respond, and he'll get up. He's just, it's like when you let your dog at the dog park and they get very excited and then they roll over for like 5 seconds, catch their breath, and then roll back over.
Yeah.
I have,
And then I'll just head back to the ship on
so I
him,
don't
just
need it anymore.
quietly.
Good deal.
With our shopping at the jewelry shop, I want to try to barter the ruby that I bought that costs 1,000 gold for whatever he wants to buy.
They accept.
Okay, and can I get a jeweled scabbard?
Do you?
A sword sheath.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay.
He
That
said
covers
whatever
it.
we want.
It's too late now.
I'm running with it.
Yeah.
Heck
I
yeah.
got her a gold suited armor.
We also stopped by the bookshop. And
You
I
need a
get surprise
DC or you need a strength check of 25.
It's autonomous.
You didn't say that. It's too late. It's a gold suit of armor.
So with my strength of 8.
You unwrap it, it falls on you, you're dead.
And once you put it on, you can't take it off.
But it looks great.
We'll vary in it.
Sick.
Shopping. Guys, find what it is that you want. Eventually find your ways back to the ship. I think by around 7 o'clock, 7:30, you all are at the ship. In the meantime, while they're all out and about and abandoning you, what are you doing?
I think I'm kind of
Just sitting by Shrike.
yeah, sitting by Shrike. I think I'm like concerned about the mountain of cupcakes that are occurring. Is he frosting them too?
Oh, yeah. You notice that most of them are already frosted.
I think I'm kind of like sitting there, like taking stock of all these cupcakes. I'm sure as he's coming out with like a dozen more, and then 5 minutes later he's coming out with another dozen, and like, I'm like, oh my god.
Want a cupcake?
To be chef.
No, I'm good right now. I'll wait until they're all done.
I'm almost all done.
Okay.
Just one more batch. One more batch. Hey, do you want a cupcake? He walks back in. Eventually, you guys all find yourselves on the ship.
I would try to find Zari after we would have gotten the gifts wrapped.
You find her sitting in front of a giant cake with 28 little matches sitting by herself. Surrounding her are a sea of cupcakes. Probably 4 or 5 tables and like end tables that have been propped open and stuff. You feel that to like get in and like give her a hug, you'd have to like move a couple of these tables.
Yeah.
Right? Tilnak has just been like
Putting them around her.
putting them around her.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Whose idea was the cupcakes?
I have no idea.
This is a lot.
Is the party tonight? Is it now?
I don't. There wasn't supposed to be a party. It was just supposed to be cake, and like I appreciate the crew. And
At this point, you
Happy
see
birthday.
Captain Uther, Azza, and Corp looking fairly exhausted. Are walking in. As they're walking in, they go, "Ooh, cupcake." They each take one. Azza takes 2, and she goes, "You guys are in for a ride."
Was Chef just like feeling cupcakes today?
The chef walks out, and you notice that he's still covered in powder and stuff, but he's now got his like chef apron over his shoulder. It's just this outline of flour and then where the robe was. He still
my
he
God.
finally takes his hat off and hands it down to his smaller arm, which puts it like in a back pocket. And he goes, "We're ready for a party."
I take a cupcake. Oh.
Oh,
It's really good.
do you make the Yoshi sound?
We're gonna I slide some cupcakes over. Gift table. And we put a couple wrapped
Who's getting a gift?
Boxes.
It's Zari's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, hey, look at you. You're getting older.
Yeah.
How old are you? How old are you?
I start playing.
I don't know that much about you.
I've been.
I don't-
Ozza's like, happy birthday. You should have said something. We could have had something better for you.
I don't normally try to make it a big deal. My birthday's.
All 3, you say that, all 3 of them look at the giant cake in front
They
of you.
didn't have smaller ones.
And
told-
the
you-
800 cupcakes.
You so got scammed, but I love cakes and
No,
Didn't
they
you
they
used to
had
work
like they
in a
had
bakery?
like they had like little they had like little things, and then they had this big one, and this big one wasn't that expensive.
You know, culturally, like, there are only 2 sizes because there's giant party cakes or you just buy little tiny cakes.
no, she's right. This is pretty standard.
To you, it's always seemed odd to have like cakes in between. Like, if you're gonna have a party, have a party. If you're gonna have cake, just have a piece of cake. You don't need a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you. Yeah, normally my birthday's never been like a super big deal, so I was and it's always kind of relied on me to plan it. So I went and I bought a cake for everybody.
Oh, that's pretty sweet of you.
Yeah, and I figured you guys could use some time to decompress after this morning.
I love cake.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, come on, everybody, pull up a chair.
Also, your birthday is a big deal. So, next time, let us know. We would love to take the opportunity to celebrate you and have you not coordinate it.
Yeah.
You see,
Krista's gonna start crying.
you see, Corp is there just nodding, and he looks over, makes eye contact. His eyes lock in on a cupcake, and then bong. It's like 3 feet away from him.
we definitely have enough. I mean, whenever Shrike wakes up, he can take his pick, cupcake or cake.
Or both.
Yeah, why not?
Why not both?
Yuna just kind of starts just giggling to herself at first, but then just laughing. She hasn't smiled or laughed for a while.
There is a memory that immediately plants in your head of the first time that your husband tried to get a traditional cake for you, and a very similar situation happened, and how he was like, "Why? What? It's so thin. Why?"
And just because celebrating a birthday to me is like what the Cuban cultures and other cultures, like they say they celebrate their month-old and their 2-month-old. It's always seems so ludicrous to me, but Fillion got so excited about it, and he went out and he bought this enormous cake, and I could not figure out why. We could barely fit it in our home, and I it's not something culturally we do much, but I love it. This accidentally brought back such wonderful memories. Thank you.
You have this beautiful memory flushing back into your mind of not only Fillion having this, like, why, but your kids, who were very young at the time, being so excited that they're going to eat cake for days. And it's the first time that you've thought of Wrath and not been sad or remorseful or anything, but just pure joy fills your heart in this moment.
And I grab a big ass piece of cake in their honor.
You know what we need?
Yes.
Something to wash down this cake. I'm gonna go get booze.
Should we like go around and tell everybody our birthdays?
Oh,
so,
hey,
like this
I
doesn't
like your new style too. Do we
come up again?
Come on, we'll go to the fun party.
I can understand him now.
Your ears must have healed.
You can.
I had to ear damage.
You go, He leads you to his
His private collection.
his cabin, and you see he has, different from the double lock, he has a single lock cabinet beside it, and it's just top shelf liquors.
Yeah,
We're
when
getting
is your
fucked up
birthday?
with Uther tonight.
I don't
I
know.
imagine Rhea is a bit
I
like
could give you a
my
vague
Aunt
idea,
Gloria, where
It has been a
she
long
can't
time,
stomach the
huh?
more
You said you didn't
shit,
celebrate
so
it like on a yearly.
for reference,
but it's never really
my
been a
aunt
big deal for us.
buys
Is that like
handle
a
of vodka
cultural
for, like,
thing,
$5,
or is that like more of a you?
and that's all she can handle.
It's
Cultural
economical.
Yeah.
So then people don't like
It's
ask.
disgusting.
Gross.
Like,
It's
hey,
gross.
How old are you?
Not
So I'd
generally.
be like
Okay.
excited, but I will for sure get like my special booze, which is bottom of the barrel stuff that I can top off.
As you two are walking out of there, you see Chef Tilnak coming out of his room with just 4 armfuls full of just the cheapest, like Hawkeye, Kirkland brand, like anything that you would get at a gas station or anything like that. He's just like, let's get bombed.
We gotta celebrate living, my
Yeah.
dude.
And then I'm like, Ellen, when is your birthday?
Tomorrow, we're twins.
It's in the winter. I don't remember.
I come back with
25th of something
Of December?
of December.
I'm like, Rhea, when's your birthday?
I don't have one. I don't know when I was born.
Today,
Wow, people
you were reborn.
Today?
You were reborn.
Yeah, but I don't wanna. This is your birthday party.
No, my birthday's tomorrow.
Happy rebirth.
Captain Uther goes, happy birthday.
God.
Ozzy starts, happy birthday to meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. In your mind, to you.
Her eyes fill with actual tears. Thanks, guys.
So I write this down.
Chef
Rhea's
goes, wait.
birthday
How old are you? How old are you?
Or a
I'll get more matches. Go sit. You see, Azza gets a chair and sits you at the opposite end of the cake, and Tilnak goes and grabs like a box full of matches and begins putting them in for the number, so that you two are just facing each other.
Wait, it's your birthday today?
I don't know my birthday. We're calling this
Everybody
my birthday.
leaves. You have to go get presents for me.
I have to come back.
Oh shit!
Hey.
I think I'm 25.
Okay, that's Tilnak.
20 something, I think.
Zari's like, Elm's birthday is the 25th of Zeron. She would know that. Because he would have been like, yeah, it's like the last month of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's the first of Ilion. However you pronounce that month.
25th of Zeron for Elm. And what was yours?
The first of Ilan or something like that. Ilan, however you pronounce that. These dang months.
When is Yenna's birthday? To be determined?
Yenna's an
Yenna
elf and don't
Doesn't
celebrate
know.
birthdays.
It's not really something culturally we celebrate.
Mm.
But
She's
my
old.
father was human and my husband was human, so I'm familiar with the concept, but it's not something I've held on to.
That's fair.
Not untypical for true, pureblood elven families to not even name their young for a decade.
You see, it's kind of like that with turtles too. You just kind of say, "Hey, you." You just kind of
Hey, you
get in line.
Yeah.
How old are you?
What is
Very
today?
different. Somewhere around
10th of
some-
Idalon.
somewhere around 250 years.
No, you're still young.
Are you, Haza?
I feel like I lost count somewhere in the 500s,
It feels like that all the time to me too.
doesn't it? And it's just like, damn, I was just 200 yesterday.
And then the back starts hurting, and you wake up.
You're
and your
telling
neck's
me
out
I'm
of-
like
yeah.
80% back. You see Captain.
Well, in that case, let's celebrate Yenna too.
Happy birthday!
How many
Yenna!
candles?
I don't know if we have enough.
Chef Jillex just shakes his back. It's like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Is it 4?
We could mark them like each match for a decade.
You're right.
Each match is 50 years. You guys have a wonderful party, enjoying each other's company, getting to know your crew better, laughing, having fun, playing games, drinking games, non-drinking
Drinking with
games.
frickin' Captain Uther.
Everybody roll Constitution save.
Zari's not drinking. Or eating cupcakes. She doesn't trust Telek.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
You get a +2. Don't forget.
16.
So then a 12,
17.
Actually, it might be a +3. I think it's a +3 now.
15, or 13.
You all
18.
feel happy.
Don't tell us how to feel.
I'll tell you how to feel. You all feel happy except for Loot, who's dead. Come at me. No, you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful, merry party. Play games, get to know one another. You know that the Uther and the rest of the crew let you know that the repairs have been finished by the crew that they hired and that they are already off the ship and ready to go.
I would have packaged up cake and given it to them as they were leaving.
You see that Uther actually invited a lot of them, and a lot of them just kind of stood to themselves, but like most of them were filling their pockets full of cupcakes,
Ugh. Their pockets full of cupcakes.
bags, pockets.
By the other night, you see, I'm doing the same thing. Just pocket.
With your passive 27, Sylvan, you hear, there's no way they're going to eat all of these cupcakes. We could feed our kids with these. They'll be so happy.
Aw.
It's gonna have massive
Present time?
children deaths.
Yeah.
Sorry. Presents.
Oh god, presents.
Presents. Now you sit at a table and open all these while we watch.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. I've been to a birthday party once.
Roll a history check for both of you. No, not Raya.
Oh.
Elm, excuse me.
I was like,
11.
History?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Both of you keenly remember growing up on your birthday. There wasn't really cake. There wasn't really anything. But every year, it was made a point that everybody would get together, sing you happy birthday. And you'd be given a gift that was made together by everybody. Whether it was a vase, macaroni art, depending on the age group of the kids. But it was always put together scrap. It was always scraps and hodgepodge together, but it was one thing that you guys always got on your birthday.
Cute.
I had actual birthdays until my mom got sick.
So
I know
my
what a
mom
bir-
died.
So I know what a birthday is.
Open this one. And I push my present towards you.
I open it.
It's a bomb. You die.
You see a beautiful jewel-encrusted scabbard for you to sheath your sword in. It has an opal inlay, and it's a fire opal, so there's cracks of red and orange through it with like gilded flames.
This is so pretty.
I thought it would be nice, and it was Lute's idea to go to the jewelry shop.
Well, thank you. And then I
Open this one.
open the one that Luke pushes to me.
It's a bracelet, but it's like carved wooden, and it's got a bunch of like wooden musical notes on it. And when you move it, it makes like musical chimey noises.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I just like play with it?
You notice that as you kind of move it, you've kind of passively heard this as you've walked around. Not all the time, but you've heard it here and there, that there's a very special wood that happens or a very special wood that grows in the forest of Avi that does have a very melodic scent and note to it. You notice that the way that the notes are carved create different sounds. Although it's always the same sound on the same bracelet, you can get bracelets for almost an infinite amount of music.
That's so cool.
And that's how you create something into a world.
There you go.
I thought you were gonna rickroll me with it. I was like, you've heard this tune before.
That's what it is. That's the melody it plays.
Oh, and this one,
Actually, I was
you
thinking,
should open in your cabinet.
What does that mean?
Just probably shouldn't open it in front of everyone. It's for later.
Yeah, she wanted me to give it to you, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
Hey, who's super respect?
I take the secret one, and I just kind of
It's
hold it.
it's like the size of a small like rectangle box. There's
Okay.
no puppy hidden in there.
So it's a very small puppy.
It's a miniature puppy.
It's actually two-dimensional.
And-
So.
The drawing of a puppy. I
Bark,
worked very
bark.
hard on it.
Bark, bark.
Speaking of drawing, what would I have to roll for that?
To draw? Performance.
Ooh,
Ooh.
what's he drawing?
Oh, let's go.
It's a self-portrait.
24.
What kind of material? Describe away.
So there's not any other orphans around, so it's just me. So I was making my own gift. But I wanted to use a bit of like abstract drawing kind of so on like a canvas, I wanted to have like twigs on the outside as like the frame.
Mm-hmm.
But then like actually taking time on the painting itself, I wanted to draw like an abstract version of Zari standing over a Hyrulean wolf with like her sword in its head with like flames coming out of the sword, and then in Infernal, my best handwriting that I could possibly do, I want to write what kills you makes you stronger in Infernal.
Badass.
That is very nice.
It is very well drawn, but it is done by an amateur. But still, it's something that you're like, it catches you off guard. You're like, I didn't know that he
I
drew.
didn't know you knew how to write.
I spent most of my
Touche.
time just trying to get the letters right.
Zari's very detailed, but the wolf is like a stick wolf.
It takes me a minute to read it in Infernal because I'm like,
You're like, that's a slang word for something else.
yeah.
Roll me a Constitution save.
What?
Because you've been drinking
You right. 16, motherfucker.
with disadvantage.
No.
Don't forget the +3.
Yeah, might as well use it. Oh.
Because they don't stack.
9.
9.
You're pretty tipsy. You're not blackout, but you're pretty tipsy.
This is nice.
Understandable. She ain't been able to get tipsy in a while.
Hence
Yeah.
the disadvantage.
I'm just really loud about the gift that you have to open in your cabin. Let me know what
Don't
you
let
think
any-
about it.
Don't
and
let anybody see.
Don't let anybody see it. Or
Sorry.
do.
I think I'm still like hung up on Elm's art, and like you guys can tell that she's like trying to like she's like looking at the ceiling, like trying not to cry.
Sorry, I don't have a gift, but as I mentioned, things aren't the same for me.
Right? You come to a party without a gift.
But probably.
Sorry, Seth.
And even though we don't really celebrate birthdays, we're no stranger to special occasions. And it is more of our custom to offer loved ones a favor whenever they need it. Whatever you need. I'm there.
Damn, my daughter's
I'm like, Chris is like crying.
Whatever that means.
I appreciate it, Anna.
Happy birthday.
Ozza kind of walks up.
I feel like Sarah everything.
Ozza walks up to you and she's like, I didn't know it was your birthday until like, 30 minutes ago. So, here. She hands you a dagger. It's slightly used because it's mine, but I want you to have
You
it.
can keep it.
I've got 10. I can only hold 2. So you take this one, strap it to a leg,
Okay.
wherever. It's good. Good to have an extra dagger. You never know what's going to come in handy.
Sure.
It's +1 dagger.
Okay. I
Ooh,
look at Elm, I'm
Zari
like, how
has
do I
a
use a dagger.
Zari has a hidden dagger.
And stab.
I've never used one before. How do I hold it?
You see Corp walks up to you with his hands behind him like,
It's a bug.
It's a fidget spinner.
He made you a fidget spinner.
It's like, where's mine at?
It's yours. You're like,
Bryce is fucking it all up.
Arthritis, you old woman.
Captain Uther walks up to you and goes, you're a nice girl and stuff.
You can say I'm your favorite of the bunch.
Yeah, it's true. I don't have anything to give.
It's okay, you gave enough with bringing Shrek back.
But what I can do is I can share some wisdom and don't let people break your hearts. You do the breaking. And then he leans in and he kisses you on the forehead. It's that scratchy old man kiss. And he goes, and that too. He walks away. He sits down.
Uther, let's do shots
Oh, hell yeah.
to not dying and the privilege of getting older and not dying.
It's great.
and having skin.
Amen to that.
Woo!
I don't think you guys ever noticed her not having skin, though. Saw the arm, but not the face. But I guess, yeah.
Being whole again.
Yeah, to being alive.
Being alive. Whatever that means.
Cheers to that.
You guys finish up, have a wonderful evening.
Oh god, booze and just cake and cupcake.
You guys all wake up hungover and sick as hell.
They say to being alive, and before I go to my bed, I will go check on
On Shrek.
no,
Haru?
Haruk.
Oh.
That is a Doordale.
Yeah.
Very dead.
I will tell him that Rhea's back. And she's like 100%. And that, yeah, I'm drunk too, so I'm like, oh, it's great.
Into a fucking dead body, drunk.
Yeah, he was my inspiration of bringing you back, and you came back anyway.
Haruk, you're my best
We
friend.
have this dead body for no reason now.
No, I'm still bringing him back.
You just need to give him true love's kiss.
It worked with her, maybe it'll work with you.
He makes out the dead body.
I mean, he did that before Rhea was turned.
It's not his first time round with a dead body.
right. He's like, I'm somehow I'm drawn to this.
Gives kind of new meaning to
Switch
necromancer.
to a necromancer.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. Got him.
Yikes.
Any closing thoughts for anybody else?
Nah, we're just partying,
Party the night away.
We do.
celebrating births.
Probably around 3 or 4 in the morning, you guys hear a little bit of a shuffling. Most of you kind of struggle to hear it through the party, but you with your 27 unimpaired self, you hear kind of this shuffling on throughout the halls of the ship.
Poke my head out.
You see Shrike, who's kind of like
You
got
left the party?
like a makeshift crutch
Probably is.
and stuff, and he's just kind of like,
I'm like, who? You need help? What's
yeah. He's just kind of like he's like falling over and like puts himself, he's like, a hand would be nice.
I go and I help.
It kind of he's talking, but it sounds weird. His voice sounds gargled. There's this weird kind of like a whistling sound as the air is escaping through his beak.
When I help him.
Let's go fucking party.
Chef
I guess.
make cupcakes.
Oh, I love cupcakes.
And I bought a huge fucking cake.
Why?
It's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. I only have this crutch, but I
No,
kind of
you
need it.
it.
Okay.
You hear Rhea screaming, "It's my birthday too!"
Yay.
I'm just glad that you're
You see
here.
Corp literally jump 4 feet across the room and like lands next to him, like almost about to tackle him and stuff. And he
I'm
just
ready to
kinda-
like jump in the way.
yeah.
If he...
And Corp just like kind of slowly like walks up and just like puts his hand on his good leg, and they just have a moment.
I was
So-
ready to like protect.
Okay.
the
He
ship.
like he pats Corp on it. It's all right, buddy. I'm mostly alive.
Side note, I know we're on a ship, but I ship that. Shrike and Corp,
I think they're just.
are they lovers?
they're just best friends.
They love each other.
Just gals being pals.
Yeah. History will say they were the best of friends.
History will say they were roommates.
Let's go back to our room, roomie. No. Strike just joins you. He pretty much sits down, enjoys many cupcakes, half of which come out through his broken beak.
Aw.
Help clean it up as it happens.
He
I
kind of like shoos you away, and
shoot him away. I'm like also like when Rhea ultimately drinks too much and has to like go throw up, I'll like hold her hair.
Nice.
I
I'll take care of
slide
everybody.
over a shot to Shrike. This was to being alive.
You want to see a birdie trick?
That was so sick.
The only benefit.
If
Oh
I-
God, it hurts.
Wait, can I put it? No.
I'm gonna breathe wrong.
He looks at you. He looks at you. He goes,
That's what I
"Fucking do it. Fucking snort it. Snort that." Everybody just starts laughing. Kind of like, oh, fucking crazy.
Snort a fucking whiskey shot.
Wait, that angel the devil.
I can taste it, but I can smell it.
It just hurts. But you're drunk. You'll only feel it tomorrow.
I'll be like, why does my sinuses burn?
Why do I have a sinus infection immediately?
You're not supposed to snort that.
You now have 4 points of exhaustion.
What is living about if not fucking around and finding out?
Not being exhausted.
Fair enough.
I'm really tired though.
Try snorting some
like
coffee.
holding your
That
hair
might
back.
pick you up.
Where's coffee?
Please don't.
At some point throughout the party, Nimbus made their way out. It was just kind of like sitting there, just like knocking cupcakes over. Not even licking them or eating them, just knocking them over.
I pick her up and I just lay on the floor with her. I just am stroking.
She bites you, you start crying.
That's fine. I love you.
You pull a Krista at her back.
Almost ruined the whole party.
With that, You guys make your way back to where it is, ever it is you choose to sleep or find yourselves sleeping. And the following morning greets you.
Oh, why does my head hurt so much?
If you guys would like, we can end tonight's session there, or
I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that point.
good deal.
Yeah, we had a birthday party.
Yeah.
Elma's in my cabin.
I am in her cabin.
Elm's in my cabin.
I am in his cabin.
Uh-oh.
You're in Haruk's cabin.
I'm just locked up with Haruk in
You're
You
with,
accidentally locked yourself in.
Oh my god, that'd be
Guys!
so funny. We find him in the morning.
I shut the gate. I should have shut the gate.
You would so hear him. After the party, you would just hear the,
you guys.
Guys!
You guys.
I'm
Leave
stuck
him.
in the cage.
you leave him for the night. Think about what you did.
Well, with that, thank you for joining us on episode 4 of the Theran Adventures. We hope you enjoyed. Hopefully we get this uploaded to the VOD. Sorry about our technical difficulties with the stream. But we screamed.
You scream, I scream. We
Shriek
all
and
scream,
shrike.
we scream.
we shrieked, we shriked, we had a party. And with
Name
that,
of the VOD.
thank you for joining us, and that is all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.